Hi everyone, it's Christy. Welcome back. We're doing Frugal February, where we're looking at 28 different household items you can use in your junk journals. So this is our pink journal for February, and making some good progress in it. Today I wanted to talk about labels. I bet you everyone has some labels printer that you can run through your printer, and so I printed off, this is some Bible verses that I want to use in my journal. So for my pink journal, I wanted to use kind of a love theme for the month of February. So I printed off some Bible verses about love. And so that's what I'm doing. Do everything in love, 1 Corinthians 16:14, things like that. Now you can do the same thing with, if you aren't into Bible verses, use just quotes. Find book quotes or inspirational quotes on the internet. Just use your imagination. Use what feels natural to you. For me, I'm using Bible verses. So I wanted to show you a way to, fancy these up a little bit. And it's super easy. I just gonna use some inks. Let me grab the daubers. Okay, so I'm gonna just use the pink and brown inks that I've been using for the journal. And the pink is picked raspberry, distress oxide. And I'm just using up an old brown ink from Stampin' Up! That was part of my mom's stuff when she passed away. So we're gonna, probably don't even really need the inker because we don't need to have it super bright. Let me just kind of see. Okay, that'll be fine. You don't want your ink so dark that it's going to cover up your printing on your label. But I'm just going to kind of put in a brown. Ooh, squeaky. I'm just going to brown up along the side. See what I'm doing? Just lightly rubbing to create a little bit of a brown hue. Just on one side. Okay. You can decide how far in you want the color to come. Now, I'm going to use pink. I'm on screen, right? Yeah. I still have to remind myself to make sure that I'm working in the area that you can see. So now I'm just going to do the same thing with the pink on the other side of the label, but I'm also going to pick up the other half of that label. So each one is going to it's going to be two-toned. And you know what it reminds me of? Neapolitan ice cream. Neapolitan ice cream had that chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. This is chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. I just thought of that when I started applying it, that it reminded me of that. Okay, so, and again, you can decide how far in you want the color to go. Now I'm going to go back to brown so that this middle label will have pink on this side and brown on the other side. So that each one is going to be kind of variegated, getting two tones out of it. My dauber pad feels like it's starting to get loose. It kind of feels like it's wobbling around which means it'll be time to change it before too long. I have some paddle brushes, I just never think to use them. And again, we're going to finish up by doing some pink down this side. So with very simple supplies, using just the labels, everyday labels, and you can use blank labels. You don't have to print on them. You can use blank labels and then just write, like hand write whatever you want on the blank label. Hue it up like this and then just have them on hand to use. You can just mass make these in a way. Just take a stack of labels and color them up and have them to use. You can just, use fancy font, write your calligraphy or whatever style of writing you like, and just write peace or inspire, or you write even a single word and have them on hand to just stick as you please. So let me cap up my ink here. Alright, so this is the overall effect, just alternating so that each label ends up with 2 colors. And you could make these in as many colors as you want. You could do part of the page in a different set of colors, or whatever suits you. But it's just a super simple way to make some quick art supplies. Now there's a number of things you can do with these. I have some little digital images that I've printed and cut out and inked around the edge. And so you could take a label with a Bible verse or your inspirational quote or whatever, and just peel off a label and stick on the back of a little card and tuck it in your journal, and you have a ready-made card. Super simple. However, what I have planned for these is to go through my journal. Oops, my journal jewelry is kind of noisy. I'm going to go through my journal and place these throughout in different places, different pages, because I want to use this, and I want to use my journal as a scripture copying journal. So I'm going to put a sticker down, and then on that page I will handwrite out that verse, just as a way of, kind of a inspirational practice of helping get the Bible words into my heart and mind by taking the time to actually handwrite them. Science actually shows that when you write things down, the art or the act of writing it really embeds it into your mind in a way that you can't get just from reading it or reciting it. You can repeat things all the time, and it's kind of hard to remember still. But the act of writing it, because it uses multiple senses, your touch, just the way it feels and so forth, it really helps embed it in your mind. Plus, I've found that it also makes me pay attention to the words, and because I'm slowed down, I'm paying attention to what it actually says, rather than just, whizzing past it and assuming I know what it means. So I'm not going to take the time to do that on camera here. I might show you some after I've done a few, just to show you what I've done. But I just wanted to pass along a couple ideas, whether you use the labels in your journal or use them for journal cards. And I'm sure you can think of other ways to use something simple like this. So I appreciate you taking the time to watch. This is a little bit of a shorter video, so I'm glad you're here. God bless you. I love you, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.